the microphone is on and everyone can hear me. Right. Hello everyone. Welcome to our first official live stream. It's going to be pretty much the same as every other video I've done, but this will be live, so whatever I say, whatever I do, there's no way to edit any sort of voice crack this time, nothing. It's all there out in the world to see, for the world to see. And ooh, already screwing up, I spilled something. Great. That's alright. Ah, man, just put pencil shavings everywhere. Give me a minute. So naturally, as I would stop talking about making mistakes live on camera, I will go and spill my entire little box of pencil shavings. She's the girlfriend. My girlfriend's on watch, so you guys have to be careful. She's also, well, is she? Can I make her hold on. I can send the 100 emoji. What? Alright, yeah, I'm pretty new to this. It's alright, let's get to the drawing, otherwise I won't get to the drawing. And welcome to the girlfriend. She's going to be keeping watch in here. I'm going to be drawing today, just for the fun of it. I have no idea what we're going to draw, but it's probably going to be something demon, ghost related. So, just to check and make sure that everything is... There we go. Yeah. I'm a little bit bright and I can't get the camera in a better position because, yeah, as you can see, I've got all this stuff for recording, so I'll have to figure out something else for that. Let's see. I'm going to get started with a circle because that's how all great things begin, just with circles. This is you guys getting the complete live version of the videos that I make. Just raw and uncut. I'm thinking This is completely from, like, I have my references here, which they're in the chat. No, not the chat, the description. It's the same thing that we use for all the videos. Well, let's see if I can use one of these references for my drawing. No idea what I'm going to create yet. I haven't actually drawn anything like from memory in a while, or just like for the fun of drawing. It's mainly been just studies recently and fundamental stuff. So let's hope it's come in handy and it's actually gonna do some good. Probably gonna make a lot of mistakes, but that's what art's about, right? You just make a lot of mistakes and then you figure out as you go along. A little bit too close to each other. Another shout out to the girlfriend, the only chat at the moment. Let's see. Of course we're going to draw a skull. What did you think I was? Who did you think I was? It's always got to be a skull. Haven't drawn one of these in a while. Hopefully it's coming up on screen, alright? I'll move this up a little bit. Yeah, alright, it's using the right camera. Sometimes since the new update that Apple have done, it likes to change over. For those of you wondering, if there is anyone in here wondering, anyone watching the video, I do use my phone for all of these videos. So that is my current powerhouse for making all of this happen. Apart from obviously the laptop and stuff for editing and whatnot. But yeah, let's keep going with this. I don't know what this is going to turn into. That is a custom pencil. How wonderful that you ask. This is not like I haven't talked about it multiple times. This is a Koh-i-Noor Versatile 5900. It is customized by your boy. He's done it all. I filed it all down. Let's see. Filed it down here with your nail filer as well as the top. And it's clean. It's finally got a proper grip because this stuff, it's not too nice. I don't know why, having the opportunity to reveal the metal, they chose to put this weird plastic stuff on top of it. But yeah, this is a custom pencil, and I'll probably swap pencils a couple times during this video because why not? Let's see. You can tell I'm kind of passionate about pencils. Also, I do realize that this is just completely blocking my face. Let me see if I can do something about that. Yeah, that's not gonna budge. it's gonna be here. It's probably better than nothing. I'm still gonna be further away so you guys can see my face, and so I'm not too close to the drawing. And I'm not focusing too much on details yet. Just putting in everything that needs to be here. What I actually really like about this, the live stream stuff, is I can do this and then the video will remain on it. So it's almost like I just made a video. But it's all live, so you get to see me drop my pencil shavings on the floor. How's the audio quality? Is that alright? I need to have a input on that. I think, yeah. I had to make sure, sorry about hitting it. I had to make sure I'm using the correct the correct microphone, because that tends to be an issue in my videos where it doesn't use the correct microphone. He almost looks like he's smiling at the moment. Got a smiley skull. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Audio's nice. Awesome. That's good to hear. Glad to have you two here in the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I actually can't see a live count of how many people are in the stream, to be honest. Hold on, let me see if... there it is. Current viewers 3. Ooh, awesome. Hello to everyone. Glad the audio is okay. That's, oh yeah, and now I've covered up my references. See, you can tell this is my first time doing a live stream. On YouTube, at least. I used to do them a couple times on Twitch, but that just, that was a while ago. I've lost my reference. I promise these will get better as we go along. Definitely covering my face. Man. I don't really know what I'm planning to draw here fully. All I know is that it's going to involve a skull, which... Hey. If it involves a skull, it will look good. Now, something's happening. Thank you. I appreciate the comment. What are we gonna go through after this? I don't know. I don't know where I want to take this. Make him open mouth. Poznaję. Sorry, tylko będę musiał po angielsku gadać, bo ja tu mam głównie po angielsku. For those of you wondering, that was just Polish. My friend's in here. I just wanted to let him know. Let's see. I'm going to lay down like the base of this skull, but after this I'm going to start customizing it, trying to get it into something different, trying to create some fantasy maybe, or some I don't know really. Dzięki, że oglądasz w ogóle. See, having this base, I can go anywhere I want. That's the power of art. Proportion-wise, I can't fully look at it. I think it looks good. It seems to look good on the screen, so I think that's all right. So I'm going to start trying to go off, doing my own little thing here. Let's see. Give it little eyes. If I had the materials right now, I'd make them glow. I like this stage of the drawing process. It's like I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this, but I have no idea. Thank you. Well, it's just the base knowledge stuff, I guess, that I've been trying to kind of cover with all the fundamentals videos. But now I get to come in here and take this base knowledge and turn it into something I want, whatever I want. And I guess that's like the whole point of these fundamentals and learning them. It's just you can then customize it. It's like a Lego set, right? You learn drawing like you do a Lego set. There you go. That's your quote of 2023. I don't like the eyes anymore. I'm trying to make it look a little bit like mechanical, I guess. That's indicated by these screws on top. Let's see. Problem is, I don't really know what I look like when I'm trying to concentrate and draw. So if I make weird faces, I apologize for that straight away. Where am I going to take this now? I think I should put in a little bit more of this, the base stuff here. Just so we're really nailing it. I guess I can start putting in like some mechanical parts here, I guess. My knowledge of mechanical stuff isn't amazing, so it may slightly suffer because of that, but that's we'll see how the flow goes and where it takes us. Now, it's pretty awesome when I think about this. It's like in school, you know, we had I did art in school a little bit, but pretty much everything is self-taught because I only did it in like the base schools, so like secondary school and what was it? Sixth form I did art as well. That's the latest I took it, and in there it was always pretty locked. Like you could do whatever you wanted, but it was pretty much just locked to a certain topic and certain thing. Not really topic. Well, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it was all, we were given a theme, and so we had to stick completely to that theme, which is understandable, but I just didn't like the constant pressure on having to paint or constantly use different materials. Like, it's great that you use materials and you learn how to use them, but sometimes you just want to do a drawing in pencil and call it a day. And that's, you as an artist want to decide that pencil drawing there is going to be the best it's going to be. And if you put anything else on it, it's going to ruin it. Yet, we're always forced to pretty much experiment and go, which I guess was good because it led me to knowing what I really want to do. So despite all that, I think my argument here is mute. There's school's still good, I guess. Let's see, I don't know where else I want to take this at the moment. Usually it just ends up being a skull and then that's it. But we're going to take it a little bit further. I remember, actually, speaking of sixth form art, I did design these characters which were like soldiers sent down, and their faces were crystal skulls, and they were there just to devastate everything in sight. And my final piece was kind of accommodated with sound design as well, which is really cool. I had like my drawing, and then I created sounds that you would play to sort of imagine the scene and what's going on in it. And maybe I'm trying to recreate these soldiers now. Maybe I could make this look crystal-like. I don't know how to do that fully, but let's see if I can try and start imitating some like crystal structures here. It's probably not going to go well. And if I wouldn't tell you that it's crystal, you probably wouldn't know. But that's it's all for experimentation. It's all from my head right now. That being said, I'm completely going against what I usually say, to always use references, but it's a chill stream today. We're just here to create. I haven't created like this in a while, so I want to kind of express that a little bit. And I'm not really screwing you up. I do want to go over this in pen yet, so I don't want to put too many details in here. I tried to use a HB LED so it wouldn't get too dark. Yep, sorry, just hit the phone as usual. Let's see, what am I gonna add here? Some sort of chin protection. You don't want to break your chin. Maybe vents. Oh, see, there you go. I could have edited that if I if I was recording the video. I guess sometimes it's not about adding to these things. It's more about taking away. If I take away some bone structure, it'll look a little bit cooler. I'm gonna erase some of this just so it cleans up a little bit. I don't like the... It's actually nice having a preview of this drawing from up above, right next to me. I can kind of tell where I'm going with it. Where else am I? Do I want to add this? Sure, why not? We can always erase it. Now, how do I create these crystal-like structures on here? I remember I used to draw crystals quite a bit for a job I was doing, so I should be able to kind of remember them. But the thing is with crystals is you really need to just use light and dark. That's the best way to tell what's a crystal and whatnot. They have like millions of mirror reflections in them, and like refractions or whatever. So I guess that kind of looks like a crystal. I didn't count the teeth. I never count the teeth. Don't know why. It's all my drawings have an unusual amount of teeth because I never count the amount of teeth I draw. I think most of the time when you're drawing a face, you don't want to draw individual teeth because it looks weird on a drawing. But if you're doing a skull, I guess I should be counting my teeth. But I didn't, so... Ooh. Inaccurate reference. I don't know why. It's probably a bad habit not to count the teeth. But some artists draw characters with 4 fingers. And they get away with it. I mean, The Simpsons, they all have 4 fingers. It's a stylistic choice not to count the teeth. That's how you get away with it. I don't really like what's going on here. It's probably because I didn't count the teeth. No, but actually, genuinely, I don't like this part. I don't know what else I can do to it at the moment. And I hit the camera again. I'm not taking my hat off though, I like wearing my hat. I guess if this is a character, I should start building the rest of the character. So... don't know what the rest of the character is going to look like, but that's for us all to find out. I have a timer on because I've got bread in the oven. So am I the first artist streamer to be streaming art and making bread at the same time? Could be. Could be setting records on the first stream. Number of breads baked, 1. No, not yet. Half an hour. No, I don't want to do a software update. God damn it. I think it's too much going on now. I'm not actually not a fan of this. I've overdone it. I'm going to clean up the crystals. Sometimes adding too much detail is too much. I think I'm going to just reconnect this. It'll look better. Yeah, there you go. That looks already looks better in my opinion. Let's see, let's build some shapes here. I don't really know what I'm building here. It's some sort of a spacesuit. Some sort of costume structure thing. It's maybe it's like a skull monk from outer space. And don't ask me what these things are, because I don't know. Some sort of symbolism of their power or something. It's fun to just go along with it, add whatever we want to this drawing. And this stream is officially powered by McDonald's because they have a tasty new burger here in Poland and we had to try it. There we go. It's kind of looking cool. Just make sure, because if you guys, any of you watch the videos, you'll know that I suck at using the space correctly. And often I'll just run out of space mid recording, so it's probably best that I check that often. Also, this probably won't be the longest stream ever as the first one, but looking to run till around 8, so we've still got some time to have some fun. Now, my question is, if I'm going to continue with this, if I'm going to continue to build this out, do I rub out these lines and risk it looking worse, or do I just go over the lines? Go over the lines, I say. If anyone's here watching, give it a vote. Do I get rid of the line work? Like, do I mute it and put it down the pen, or do I just go pen on straight away? Let me know what you think. Probably going to ruin this with the pen, but that's why I kind of wanted to keep the lines. So it's a little bit of a safe place. Maybe a little vent on the side, because you need to ventilate that brain. Pen on, that's what I say. pen on. Go big or we'll go home. Go with the pen. Yeah, alright. Now the question is, what pen? Because we can go big, we can go massive, we can go huge. Let's say we've got a couple options here. Just get them all. We can do a home run with the Pentel brush pen, which I'm still terrible at using. This one, but it coincidentally is also my favorite pencil or pen. Sorry. And then there's this one, which is the fine version of it, which love this one. Also very difficult to use. And we have the Micron. Everyone loves the Micron. I mean, the Micron's great. And then we have a Pilot G-Tech C4, which is extremely... Can you see that? There you go. Extremely thin. This one's lovely, but it's very thin. I think I might use it for just details. And then also I got some Copics, which I'm actually going to try and use first to outline some stuff. And it's going to completely bleed inside. So I'm just going to use this to... And I'm completely winging it here, so just watch this go to ruin. Absolutely decimate this drawing. I'm hoping that the pressure of being live on camera is going to help me not ruin this drawing. I should have probably decided where I want the light to come from. That would have been useful. Let's fill this out, make it nice and dark. Where else do I want like the darkest points? Definitely the vents. I think the vents are going to be a good place. The jaw, inside of the jaw is going to be pretty dark. So we don't need this information. I'm basically, as a process here, choosing what information I want to remove from you, the viewer. What do I not want you guys to see? Which, coincidentally, is going to make the drawing better. If I do it right. I should be using these more. I made a big deal about getting Copics finally. I was so happy about it, and then I barely use them because I just use a pen or a pencil. Let's fill this in a little bit. Just some darker areas. Definitely places of shadow. It's going to come in handy. Yeah, let's do that. I definitely think the pens were a good decision. Thank you, all of you. God, I've stayed away from like textured pens paper my whole life, and I've been missing out so much. It looks so much nicer when you draw on textured paper. But it also eats up the ink of these very quickly. That's a kind of a thing I forgot. But I barely use them, so there's no way I'm going to run out now. Just going to choose what to remove from your vision, like I mentioned. I do like this, the look of the blockiness here. I guess the insides of the eyes are going to be pretty dark. They always are. Because this is the deepest point. So I'll fill that in. At least a little bit. And then same with the other side. Yeah, of course. But also on this side because there's no light getting in. Actually, let's do it all dark. All dark, and then I'll figure out what I want to do here afterwards. Just do a couple more of these lines. Great thing about textured paper, there's way more control over all of this. There's definitely something I underestimated. With non-textured paper, it just seems to flow constantly. So you have like very little control. I don't want to overdo it, so let me fill in this side because there's going to be absolutely zero light on here as well. So we can go ahead and fill that in. And this bit's going to be darker, but the inside's going to be a little bit lighter. For now. Alright, let's see. Don't want to go too far. Let's think. What am I going to do next? Maybe a little bit of lighter. What's this? 3. Alright. I only have 3 of these, so it's not much I can do, but gotta love the cool grays. Cool grays give you like much more melancholic look to these. Am I using these pens as a procrastination to getting to the real pens? Maybe. I'll go to the real pens. I think I'm going to use this. We'll go for the Pentel brush and let's just ruin everything. Guess I won't ruin it if I take my time with it. But full on concentration mode. I have an issue with these pens because on one hand I really want to take my time with this and make sure it looks great, but on the other hand I want to be like King John G, who just speeds with these and just makes the most amazing art you ever see. And plus that texture that you get with these is amazing. I love these so much. I think they're probably the best pens you can buy, and the most frustrating as well. When did I got this a long time ago, and you've seen me draw with this many times. I had this in Crete. I was drawing with this in Crete when we went, so I've had this for ages. It's not like I secretly go and buy pens. I'm not that addicted. Now, there's the thing you don't want to do with this pen. You don't want to go against the like. You want to go away when you're drawing, not towards, because you're just going to create a splodge. Which, I mean, if you're trying to do that, more power to you. That's a good way to do it. I don't really, again, know where I'm going to go with this, but that's the beauty of it. All I know is I want to add more details using this pen. But where I'll add them? No idea. Oh, is that some frame drops? Hopefully not. I hope the setup can handle everything. See, I could have taken this opportunity to count the teeth again, but I figured that we've already not counted them, so why save it? Adding random details like that for some reason just makes a drawing usually pop a lot more, so that's why I'm doing them. You really have to learn how to control these pens. They're very easy to screw up. You basically have to learn how to not apply any pressure to your drawing, which, if you've been learning art for a while, know that that's how you get stuff on paper, right? You apply pressure. But with this, it's like no pressure at all. It's very, very, very complex. But I mean, look at the line. I love the line this creates. It's so scratchy and I'll do some contour lines. Couple of details, couple of dots. No, I'm happy. I'm glad you guys got me out of my comfort zone of using the pencil. I'm very much enjoying this. See, I guess this is a nicer thing than making the videos. There's actually, you guys can get involved. I have to start doing this more regularly. Trying to make this seem more mechanical, which is not always the easiest thing to do. I did start doing a study at some point of an old motorbike, which would have been, thinking about it now, should have kept doing it. Should have kept doing it. That would have helped me out tremendously in this. Awesome. Liking the look of this. It's nice when you come back after a while with not drawing anything and you're able to actually make something. It's often I've found personally that by taking a break and not forgetting to be observant when having this like absence from drawing these sorts of things, I found that you often come back to be actually a little bit better than you were when you left. I've noticed that when I'm starting to like crave more drawing, I'll start looking at things and start seeing like, oh, this is how the shadow works here, and this is how the how light bounces off something, and you can just, your references are infinite if you look around, you know. Just stupid things like, how does this water reflect from my jug? It's not a great example, but also I just realized how ruined this jug is already. It's got a bunch of scratches. How's my bread doing? I do not want to walk around right now. 5 minutes left on the bread. Ooh, gonna have to take a quick 2-minute break. Take that bread out. It could be burnt for all I know now. That's hoping that's not the case. It's gonna be some crispy bread. Let's see. What else can I add here to make this more interesting? Maybe what else can I remove to make this more interesting? Well, we've got to do the teeth at some point, so I guess we'll come down to the teeth. I hear my girlfriend's going to check the bread. So that's a good thing about having your girlfriend in the chat. Has the bread burnt? That's the real question. Bread is fine. Looks done. Perfect. Well, I guess it'll be out in a minute, so thank you for checking. Bread police. Alright. See, it's been great up until here, because I've had a lot of guidance, I guess, from my own pencil lines. Sorry, I keep knocking the thing. But now it's going to get into some more uncharted territory, and we're going to have to make stuff up using the pen. It's a whole nother challenge right there, which I guess I kind of have been doing, but it's going pretty well, right? What do you guys think? Anything you want me to add into this? Maybe you got some ideas. What would you like to see on this demonic metal clunky skull? And don't go too wild, because I have limits. Eyeliner made him look better. Should we bust out the big pen now? I will do that right after I go take this bread out, because otherwise I'm going to have coals for breakfast tomorrow. Give me a second, I'll be right back. We'll just do the live shortly screen. bread is looking very bready. Looks good. Good bread. Now, let's get the big boy out. I don't know how this is gonna look. But, oh yeah, okay, good. I hate when there's like a bunch of ink in this. It's an ink pen. There would be ink in this. However, doesn't make it any less annoying. With this, I can come in here and get a couple more darker spots going. I don't know where to get these pens in Poland. This one's actually from England. My parents drove it down here when they were coming here last year, I think. And I don't want this to run out because I love these. But I think I can buy refills for it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. See, I shouldn't even have filled this in with the pen. I mean the Copics. It's just a waste of ink. Oh, look at that. See? This is the best part of this. I also have one of these, which actually, hold on. I have a Pentel Pocket Brush, which I got ages ago, and I hate using this thing for thin lines because I don't know if you can see, it's kind of screwed up at the top. I know it's probably not going to focus. Yeah, you see it's like flat, so it never gets me the line I want, but it is awesome for blocking in ink. And this is great because it comes with these cartridges, which are just, interchangeable, which I guess this does as well because you can unscrew this, but I just need to find somewhere that sells them. Let's get this blocked in. Get this all dark. ASMR opening pen. I should make that. I have too many of them, so I should do some ASMR content around pens. I don't really know what's going on here, so I'm going to use this opportunity to fill it in and hide it from the world to see. This would be dark anyways. There should be a shadow being formed from the jaw, at least a little bit. So I'm going to fill this in. I may have overfilled a little bit. That's alright. Can't fix it now. Alright, let's fill in the other parts. Pretty good. Now I'm just thinking about how that bread's going to taste. I think it looked great. I need to go try some bread. But later, not now. I don't want to completely do this dark because I don't want it to be dark. I want there to be information here. So, in that case, I'm going to make this darker because there shouldn't be really any light being inside here. Maybe a tiny bit of information that we can leave out. That there's a little bit of bounce light or something going on inside, and then it's going to give us a better result. I don't know why I left this bit completely white. Yeah, dark, dark looks good. I'll leave a little bit of the color here as well. Well, color, it's grey, but definitely taking a darker look, and I like it. I think it looks great. And I'll fill in a little bit of this too. Although I don't want to do that too much, because I do like the grey. Can't really see from here. See, I like doing things traditionally. Every pen has its use. This pen has this use, and the other pen has that use, and everyone gets along. And when I draw digitally, I just find myself searching for the next brush pack. So, which I guess I also look for the new pen to buy as well. So it's kind of the same thing. But I'd like to think it's not. See, I don't know if that was a good choice. And I should have done that with a thinner pen. Let's go back to this for now. Just so I can keep adding in some details and not make any guilty decisions. Guess I could have a bit of a bounce light going on here. Oof. I'm gonna add that in a second. I think this part looks a bit empty. Maybe add some lines to it. It will look a little bit better. Just giving it a little bit more of that designed look. When in doubt, just draw lines. Just put lines around the place. That's actually a thing we were kind of taught in product design. We weren't really taught it, but we were definitely told to keep in our sketchy lines because it makes the drawings look more professional and it makes them look better. So, which, in all honesty, it really does. It does make them look a lot better. I like the sketchiness of these drawings. Like, I much prefer this with all the lines in the background than I would have if it was completely clean. I think it looks more interesting. There's more story to it. There's more explanation as to how we got to this point. Whereas without it, it's just, hey, look, it's a polished drawing. How did I get there? No idea. Now there's the question of it could have been AI. Could have got there by AI. You know, never know. What am I going to do next? I'm at a stalemate here with this drawing. Where am I going to take it? I'm going to do some more of this Copic stuff. I enjoyed using these. I'm going to do a bit of a bounce light on here, which I know it's very dark for a bounce light, but it's just something to differentiate me doing like a complete dark line on here. Because I do want to put this into the shadow realm. Cool. Now where else am I going to take this? This probably should be darker. This here would be a wise choice. I don't have much information going here, which is kind of intentional actually, because I don't want you guys focusing on this area when you look at this picture, which is why I'm trying to sort of add some detail in here, but I don't want it to be like, I don't want you guys to know everything here, because I want your eyes to be here. Like, this is where I want you looking. So I'm trying to actually be very intentional with this, rather than just, you know, looking like I'm randomly throwing on some paint, which I still am. I'm still randomly experimenting with this, seeing where it goes. But you also now have a little bit more of an explanation as to why. Let's see if I can. Probably should have cleaned away some of these shavings. To be honest, I doubt I'm going to get this finished because I'm already running over the time I wanted to go, but I am enjoying this. I'm going to fill this out, make it nice and dark. Maybe this was a wrong decision, but who knows, we'll see. I'm a fan of it at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. And this pencil shaving is annoying me. Let's see. What else can I do here? I'm actually just kind of going to block these parts in, just so there's something here, but that's left for the mind to wonder. More or less trying to design some clothes which I have no idea about. I probably should have looked at a couple of references before I went here. What you do when you make a mistake you can't change. You live with it. You can use Tipp-Ex, I guess, because usually you make a mistake you can't change when you use a pen, like I am using here. And like there's been a couple mistakes made here, which you guys might not even know, but I decided, hey, I'm gonna try and use that and try and create something else with it. But yeah, the best way to fix a mistake you can't fix is to implement it into your art. But if it's like really bad, then you can bust out some Tipp-Ex and see if that does anything. Or some whiteout, or well, that's the same stuff, right? Some acrylic paint, some white paint, you can kind of go over it. Anything like that, really. That's why I recommend, you build your confidence with a pencil, and then you can go ahead and start doing more pen stuff. Which also, doing the same argument, building your confidence with a pen seems to go a lot faster, because you kind of have to think a little bit more before you make a decision about putting anything down. So it kind of goes both ways. But if you make a mistake you can't fix, then try and implement it into your work. I think that's the best advice I can give on that. God, I really love these like brush pen tips that they do. Anything like brush related is awesome to work with. I know like all the Metal Gear art is done by, I think it's Yoji Shinkawa. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, and I hope I've got the right guy, but he does all the art for the Metal Gear stuff, and it looks so good, and it's so simple. Well, it looks simple, obviously isn't, but man, yeah, they can do some magic, those brush pens. Obviously it's the artist behind them doing the magic, but they do just look awesome. See, the lighter pen doesn't look as good when I add it onto here. Have you got an example maybe of like a mistake you've made with a pen that you can fix? Maybe I can kind of give you a little bit better advice that way. But maybe I could say what I would do in that situation. If you want to share, that is. Don't have to. I mean, these looking kind of fun. Starting to look like the Terminator. I should stop while I'm ahead. So I'm going to ruin him. But there are just a couple of places I need to make a little darker for it to make sense. Like this shouldn't be light at all. And this technically here shouldn't be light. Usually just lines, wrong angles. Yeah, lines tend to be that way. I recommend you try and use a pencil for as long as you can with lines, really. Because if you get a wrong angle with a pen, then unfortunately it's quite visible. But I reckon you could try and use that line as maybe a background. Try and say if I was like drawing his eyes here and I drew like an eye here, you could almost like do some color around it. I don't know if you guys seen it, but there's like people make design art and they do like blocks of color behind it. So you just like come in here and do a block and then fill it with color, and you'll be like, oh look, design. So I guess you could do that. So if the line you made is in a place where you can do that, because that's obviously another challenge right there. But just see if you can implement a mistake like that into the background of your drawing rather than putting it into like the actual face or whatever you're drawing, or the person or the item. And if it's already a background item, then it's a lot easier to hide it because you can just do something else over it. This way you just got to use your imagination as much as possible and just throw in things that you maybe wouldn't have before. Put some, how do you say the word, foliage, that's it. I think that's the word. Yeah, just throw some of that. Alright, I'm going to do a couple dabs of colour and then I'm going to call it here. Don't want to overdo this. I have my fake Copics right over here, big buckets full of colours. What accents? Red. Red always looks good. Sorry if that was loud. I forget that things can be annoying. What can we accent here? Maybe like the little circles. Add a couple. Oh man, no, I don't think that's gonna work with the wide tip. See, this is where I ruin the entire image. I'm sure it's bound to happen. Do a couple of these. Sorry for hitting the camera again. Maybe something like this would look good. I'm going to experiment here, you know, this isn't like work for a client or anything. If I screw it up, I screw it up. You guys can see live on camera me making a mistake that tragically ruins the entire picture, but it's at least a little bit more fun that way. Just gonna try and leave a little bit of white line. Oh, these could be cool too, accent. Yeah. Anything grey and orange or like bluish and orange, oh, it always looks good together. It's a pretty good combination. Should we do his teeth? Like, no, if I do his teeth, that's going to be overkill. Just these little things, they deserve a little bit of colour. These ones bleed a lot more than those Copics. Look at that, that's going all the way into the thing. But it's a good way to experiment. You can have a lot of fun with it. What else can we do here? I don't want to overdo it, but also I feel like there's something just missing. What can I add here that's going to make this fun? Maybe some blue, like some actual blue. Let's see. Literally called Brilliant Blue. How could you not want to use a color called Brilliant Blue? I have no idea what this is going to look like, so I'm going to put a little bit up top. Ooh, it's quite dark. Then again, it might be a good contrast. I'll do the Oh yeah, no, that's way too dark. See, screwed it up. Now it looks like I just put a felt tip marker on here. Yeah, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Should have used a lighter one. We'll use cerulean blue. I don't know what that word is. This will probably mess it up even more. Do a little bit on top. Oh yeah, no, that looks more fitting. But where am I going to put it? That's the next question. Oh yeah, no fixing this now. Maybe no. See, quit while I'm ahead. Do a couple of these maybe. Maybe these. Yeah, I guess that looks kind of cool. With these, I'm trying to be a little bit more loose because, like I mentioned, this isn't something that you're supposed to be paying too much attention to as a viewer. So I don't want to put that much effort into it. Obviously, it depends on what we're doing, but I know. I'll do these as the blue. I'll do a little outline. And if we were doing color schemes, I think it would look really cool if we made this a little bit orange, but I might be a rotten tooth. Yeah, let's do one little rotten tooth. Wait, like a yellow-green? Let's try a rotten tooth. I don't think that's going to match here. Vermilion. See, I don't use these very often. But I know the thing with cheap markers is if you look at it, oh yeah, there we go, like a manic orange. If you, these look completely different on paper than they do on the tips of them, so. See, look, that's orange, but obviously it's mixed with the blue, so it made the green. Let's do one rotten tooth as a request. One little rotten tooth. There you go. I'll leave it there. I don't want to ruin this further. Unless I just remember to have one of these. Let's add a couple of these reflections if we can. See if that pops through. Oh yeah, that's not going to come through, is it? Icarus, you're flying too close to the sun. And I'm not getting any effects out of it either. No, you know what? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. We can fix the screws. I knew there was a use for you. Perfect. Right. I think that will do it for that. I think that turned out pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer for you guys. Genuinely proud of that. Let's see how much it bled through. Yeah, we're 2 pages in. Yeah, that's all right. I didn't use my trick of putting a bit of paper under here. Anyways, I really do hope you guys enjoy this stream. I think this was a lot more fun. This was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. I much prefer making videos, but I never knew it would be this fun to stream like that. I appreciate that, Chris. I'm glad you enjoy it. And I very much enjoyed doing this stream. So, I'm going to cut it here, but I will definitely be seeing you guys like this again. Not too long, I think. I think these, even though these streams lasted longer, it's still a nice way to sort of, if I don't have time to make a video, I may have time to do a live stream, you know. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. I'm very happy that you guys were here to support the stream. Big shout out to all of you. And I hope I see you again soon. And I hope you got something out of this and enjoyed it at least. So thank you again for dropping by. I just realized I should be looking here the whole time I was talking. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Have an awesome day and get a lot of art practice in. And Discord will be live soon, so you'll be able to show me it. All right, take care.